Contracts, change orders, lowest bids, all complicated stuff, but it is the stuff of the most serious racketeering and conspiracy charges that Detroit's former mayor and his co-defendants are facing tonight. 7 Action News investigator Heather Catala was inside the courtroom today. And Heather, I've been talking to attorneys about this, and they were concerned the jury might get bogged down with all this technical information.
Well, yes, and that confusion did lead to a funny moment today, which I'll explain in just a minute. These water department deals, though, are no laughing matter. Yesterday, the feds left the jury thinking the so-called Kilpatrick enterprise made sure that the former mayor's friend always got the best deals. But after hours of cross-examination today, the jury may have an entirely new perspective. On Monday, federal prosecutors used a water department insider to make their case that contractor Bobby Ferguson got multi-million-dollar deals, even when he wasn't the lowest bidder. Today, Ferguson's defense lawyer Mike Rattay disputed that claim, getting the government's witness to agree that on the contract the feds were talking about, the Detroit Water and Sewerage Department wasn't required to take the lowest bid. Also at issue today, those pricey change orders that can increase a contractor's deal by millions of dollars. Yesterday, DWSD construction contract manager Daniel Edwards testified that Ferguson's change orders were unusual. Today, Rattay and other defense lawyers got him to admit that change orders are actually a very common occurrence.
You saw that the government tried to mislead the jury, and we just tried to set the record straight that change orders are is a common occurrence, and as you can see, sometimes the change orders can be in double digits.
Kwame Kilpatrick, his father Bernard Kilpatrick, Ferguson, and former DWSD director Victor Mercado are all on trial facing racketeering and conspiracy charges. Federal prosecutors allege they used Kilpatrick's power and Ferguson's water department deals to line their pockets through extortion and bid rigging. Edwards has spent 2 full days on the witness stand explaining very technical contracts that are filled with jargon. The jury is frequently asking the attorneys to go over documents again, and even the judge is stopping the testimony at times for clarification.
Are you concerned at all that the jurors seem a little bit confused at times?
Well, I mean, we want the jury to be, have a full, complete understanding. Obviously, this DWSD, these contracts are complicated animals.
Channel 7 legal analyst Tom Cranmer says jury confusion can be a real concern in a case that's been investigated for 8 years and with hundreds of thousands of records.
And I think the judge is doing a good job of trying to ensure that everyone, in particular the jurors, understand what's going on and giving them the opportunity if things are going a little bit too fast or seem a little bit too complicated to indicate that so that they can be on the same page as everyone else.
Victor Mercado's attorney was also very effective today with Mr. Edwards, who told the jury that Mercado was a great boss and did wonderful things for the water department. The defense scored some points today, but remember, this is just one witness for a really key part of the indictment. A lot more evidence still has to be admitted, including text messages and some big-name contractors who are expected to allege that they were extorted.
Wow, Heather, we've heard a lot about the jury, sometimes being worried about them being bored and now being so confused. So what happened in court today with the jury?
Well, after one of the short breaks, the judge was telling the jury, I know this is getting really complicated, so if you're feeling confused, raise your hand. Well, immediately 2 of them raised their hands, and then the rest of them raised their hands, and then Kwame Kilpatrick raised his hand. So did one of the federal prosecutors. The whole room was laughing. It was a funny moment. Again, this is a very serious case, but there's some funny moments that are going on. But this was 8 hours of very complicated testimony, and we've all learned way more about the sewage system than we've ever wanted to know.
Everybody's just like, hold it, hold it.
Hold
I have a question.
Yes.
All right, thanks, Heather.